Hey, what's up, everybody? Try to keep it down because my girl's trying to sleep. So I am constructing an orgone blanket. Show you. So my girlfriend, my fiance, she gets headaches sometimes because she has a tumor in her by her pineal gland, and so the whole point of this blanket right here is to trap 0 point energy from the earth. And so in order to do this, what you do is I took a sheet, cotton preferably, and I cut it in 3 sections equally. So I just measured it. It's like 90 inches, so I made each 30. And then I folded it into half and to just insulate. So basically this is a capacitor of inorganic. So this is your organic cotton, then this is inorganic steel wool. So a capacitor just basically has layers, and this is going to trap the energy coming from the earth. So, Nikola Tesla was talking about this. And basically, this is how the pyramids were power plants. So you just trap, you can call it ether, orgone, or whatever, but you trap the natural energy of the earth. And so to do this, we're going to create a capacitor. And all you do is take that. So I just did one layer of cotton, just the old bed sheet. We're gonna throw it away. And then I got this steel wool. So this is $20 on Amazon. You get 6 packs. It's like 72 feet. It's gonna be more than enough. I'm gonna make like several blankets. So my baby over there sleeping. I made one for her, one for my parents, and then maybe one for myself. And what you can do is just, if you have a headache, you can sleep on it like a pillow, or just like put it on, over your head, like on your forehead. And then, if you have an ache or anything like that, if you ever have pain, if you have tumors or cancer, this is when they did studies, like they had Wilhelm Wright. That's what it was. Nikola Tesla, Wilhelm Wright did studies, and the tumors and the cancer decreased by 40% simply by using these techniques. And so basically all you're doing okay, and so then I'm just going to take a needle and go in and out, up and down, all along the edges. Okay, all along the edges. And then I'll have sewn this, right? And then, I might even go, right here, and then go right here, make a line. Now, that's what I'll probably do is do, 2 lines just to keep the wool from moving. Then I'll put another layer of wool just like I had it, right on top of this. And then I'll put that last sheet right on top. And then I'll do that same sewing technique. And so I will have layered organic, inorganic material. That's how you make an orgone blanket. That's what this is going to be. And I'm not saying it cures cancer. I'm not saying it cures tumors. I'm not saying it does anything. But this is what it does. This is what it did in the studies. According to Tesla, Wilhelm Wright. So I'm just going to give this a shot. And maybe I might make you a video later to see, results and, customer testimonials and stuff like that. Okay. So this is how you do it. As far as the benefits and stuff like that, I'm going to give this a try. I have like chronic pain and stuff like that. And so does my baby over here. And, old people. So I'm just going to give it to my parents, and see how everybody, reacts to it. Now, also, if you have headaches, uh, your headaches can go away, but also if it gets worse, then just get away from the blanket. Sometimes the energy is too strong, and it can depend on the ley lines. It can depend on where you live, and it pulls energy from the earth. So if you live near a nuclear power plant, probably not like within 30 or 50 miles of a nuclear power plant, don't use this. You will pull the energy from that power plant. You're pulling in ether. You're pulling in energy, free energy from the earth, from the ether, from basically life, all of everything, the universe. So just keep that in mind too. All right. So I'll come back at you with an update maybe after we get some customer testimony. Okay. This is the finished product. So that's what it looks like. Just, real simple. Just like pillow or blanket. You know what I'm saying? I slept on this last night, but you can put it on top. You know what I'm saying? If you got a headache, you can put on top of you if you got, any kind of problems, areas where you feel pain, headache, whatever. And it's an orgone blanket. So all I got is cotton, wool, steel wool, cotton, steel wool, cotton. And that's it. It's basically a capacitor, but you're just trapping organic energy, natural energy. Smile. No. And it's basically free energy from the earth, you know what I'm saying? Orgone, ether, whatever you want to call it. So, real easy to do. Real simple. Real simple. Ain't nothing fancy. Oh, hey, so there's one thing I forgot to mention. So, you got the cotton layer, then the steel, then the cotton, steel, cotton. So the cotton, I took that sheet and I doubled it. I folded it. So there's two layers of cotton. There's two, and I do that so that the steel doesn't touch the steel. So if that happens, you'll have a short. So that's like a capacitor shorting out. Whenever you have electrical connectors touching each other, it will cause a short. So you want your material, your cotton, to be thick enough so that it doesn't touch the wool. You know what I'm saying? So the wool doesn't touch each other. So it's got to be a pretty thick material. Like, it might be a good idea if you're not using cotton, then use maybe wool, not a steel wool, but just a regular, like a fabric wool, just something thick, so that it doesn't short. The wool doesn't touch each other. Otherwise, you're not going to get the full effect or the full benefit from it. So, like, if you're laying on it and then you can feel the wool like coming through and like poking your back, then your material is probably too thin. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be able to feel the wool through the cotton. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel it poking you, like, sometimes you'll feel it like, if you touch it, it's kind of, some parts like kind of like whiskers or something. It'll feel like whiskers. But if you feel that, then your material's probably too thin and the wool is probably touching each other and it's shorting out. And that's why it's not working, or you're not feeling nothing. So if you sit on it or lay on it and you feel that wool coming through and like poking you in the back and it feels like whiskers, then it's too thin and you need to find a thicker material. Okay, that's just something I wanted to explain how it works. It's basically like a capacitor. So it's like a short circuit when the wool touches each other. You don't want it shorting out. Okay.